Have you ever noticed how rain sounds peaceful until you're completely alone? Tonight the rain won't stop. Thunder keeps shaking the sky, and I'm home alone for the first time. The doors are locked, the windows are shut. So tell me this, if no one is outside, then who just knocked from inside the house? Turn off the lights, put on your headphones. Because this story isn't just meant to be heard, it's meant to be felt. The kind of fear that crawls slowly under your skin. The kind that makes you hold your breath without realizing it. Every drop of rain feels heavier now, as if it's counting down to something. The house doesn't feel empty anymore. The walls seem closer. The silence between the thunder feels intentional, almost aware. You start noticing things you ignored before. The ticking clock, the faint hum of electricity, the way shadows move when the lightning flashes. And somewhere deep inside, a quiet thought begins to grow. What if you were never truly alone tonight? What if the rain didn't come to calm the night, but to hide the sounds of something moving closer? Stay with me, because once this story begins, there's no turning back. The handle stopped turning, not because the door was locked, but because whatever was on the other side had decided to wait. I stood frozen, my back pressed so hard against the door that my shoulders ached. My hands were shaking, but I didn't dare move them. I didn't even blink. Outside my room, the house breathed. That was the only way I could describe it. A slow, hollow sound moved through the walls, rising and falling, as if the house itself was alive, listening, learning the rhythm of my fear. The rain battered the windows harder now. Each drop sounded like a fingernail tapping on glass. Tap, tap, tap. I glanced toward my window. The curtains were half open. I hadn't left them that way. My phone buzzed in my hand, making me flinch so hard I nearly dropped it. The screen lit up the room in a cold, pale glow. No signal, no internet. But there was a notification, a message, from my own number. "Why are you hiding?" My throat tightened. I didn't type anything back. Another message appeared. "I can hear your heart." The door creaked, not opening, just shifting slightly as if something was leaning its weight against it. I whispered, barely louder than the rain, "Please, just go away." The voice answered instantly, not through the door, not through the phone, but from inside the room, right behind me. Why would I leave? I spun around. Nothing. My room looked the same. Bed unmade, desk cluttered, posters on the wall. But the air felt thicker, harder to breathe. Cold crept up my spine. Slowly I backed toward the bed, never taking my eyes off the darkest corner of the room. That's when I noticed the mirror. My reflection lagged, just for a second. I raised my hand. My reflection smiled. I screamed. The lights flickered back on all at once, blinding me. The mirror shattered, glass exploding across the floor. And then, silence. No rain, no thunder, no footsteps, just my own ragged breathing. I collapsed onto the bed, shaking, my body exhausted but my mind racing. Had it been a hallucination? A panic attack? I checked my phone again. No messages, no missed calls. The time read 1:11 a.m. Only minutes had passed. I laughed weakly, running a hand through my hair. "I'm losing it," I muttered. That's when I heard the TV turn on downstairs. The volume was loud now. Too loud. Static filled the house, followed by a distorted voice. My voice. It was speaking calmly, slowly. "I know you're awake. I know where you are. And I know you're listening." I grabbed the nearest thing I could find, a heavy desk lamp, and crept toward the door. The hallway lights were on. Every door downstairs stood open. The TV glowed in the living room, its screen filled with static. But standing in front of it was me. Same clothes, same face, except his eyes were darker, deeper, empty. He turned toward me and smiled. "You lock doors the same way every time," he said. "Did you really think I wouldn't learn?" I ran, not toward the front door, not toward the windows, but up the stairs. Behind me I heard laughter, my laughter. The stairs felt longer than they ever had before. Each step burned. I reached my parents' room and slammed the door shut, locking it. The room smelled familiar. Lavender, old books, safety. I barricaded the door with a chair and backed away. Then I saw it. A photograph on the dresser. A family photo. Me, my parents, and another figure, standing slightly behind us. Its face blurred, its hand resting on my shoulder. I dropped the frame. Glass shattered. The voice whispered from the walls. "You noticed me late. You always do." The ceiling creaked. Footsteps above me. Impossible. The house only had 2 floors. The knocking returned. This time from the ceiling. Slow, methodical. Knock, knock, knock. Cracks spread across the plaster. Something was pushing down. I backed into the corner as dust fell onto my hair, my shoulders. The rain started again. Not outside, inside the house. Water dripped from the ceiling, black and thick, pooling on the floor. From the crack above, an eye opened. Mine. "You invited me the moment you realized you were alone," it said. "I'm just the part of you that answered." The ceiling collapsed. Darkness swallowed everything. I woke up on the living room floor. Morning light filtered through the windows. Birds chirped. The rain was gone. My parents' car pulled into the driveway. I sat up, dizzy, my body sore. The house looked normal. No broken glass, no water damage, no shattered mirror. Just silence. My mom opened the door, smiling. "Did you sleep okay?" I nodded. I wanted to tell them everything. But when I looked at the mirror by the stairs, my reflection blinked first and smiled.